When no one is cheering for you, listen carefully. That silence is not emptiness. It is a test. It is the cold room where weak men start begging for attention and strong men start building power. Most people only move when someone is watching. They need applause, like oxygen. They need praise to feel alive. They need validation before they believe in themselves. That is why they remain controlled. Because whoever controls their approval controls their actions. But you are not here to live like that. You are here to become the kind of man who keeps walking when the crowd disappears, the kind who trains when no one records it, the kind who works when no one says, "I'm proud of you," the kind who bleeds in private and returns sharper, quieter, colder. Machiavelli understood something most people never accept. Power is not built in the public square. It is built in isolation, under pressure, when nobody cares whether you win or lose. That is where your real character is exposed. When no one cheers for you, your ego starts starving. Good, let it starve. The ego wants noise. The soul wants proof. The ego says, "Why is nobody noticing me?" Power says, "Keep moving anyway." The ego says, "They don't support me." Power says, "Then become so undeniable they have no choice but to see you." The ego cries for comfort. Power demands construction. Understand this. The world does not owe you encouragement. Most people are too busy surviving, competing, doubting, envying, or watching you quietly to see if you fail. Some are silent because they do not care. Some are silent because they are afraid you might actually become something. Some are silent because your growth reminds them of their own weakness. Do not waste your energy trying to understand their silence. Use it. Silence is fuel for the dangerous man. When nobody claps, you learn to clap for your own discipline. When nobody motivates you, you become your own command. When nobody stands behind you, you learn to stand like a wall. That is the path. That is the training. That is how ordinary men are separated from the untouchable ones. Comment this now. I build in silence, not for me, for yourself. Type it like a contract. Type it like a weapon. Because from this moment, you stop needing witnesses to your transformation. The weakest people quit when the world does not respond. They post once, fail once, get ignored once, and their spirit collapses. They say, "Nobody supports me." But listen carefully. If your dream dies because people did not clap, it was never power. It was performance. Real ambition survives neglect. Real discipline survives loneliness. Real strength does not need an audience. It needs direction. This is where Machiavelli's path begins. You must stop expecting warmth from a cold world. You must stop waiting for people to understand the version of you that does not exist yet. They cannot see what you are becoming. They only recognize what you have already proven. That means your job is not to explain. Your job is to become, quietly, relentlessly, without apology. The day you stop needing encouragement is the day you become difficult to control, because now they cannot weaken you by ignoring you. They cannot stop you by doubting you. They cannot break you by withholding praise. You become dangerous because your fuel is internal. Your standards become your king. Your pain becomes your advisor. Your loneliness becomes your training ground. And remember this, no one cheers for the foundation. They cheer when the palace is standing. No one celebrates the roots. They praise the fruit. No one respects the process until the result becomes too loud to deny. So stop resenting the silence. The silence is where the foundation is being built. Stay strong when no one is cheering, because the moment you can move without applause, suffer without complaint, improve without recognition, and remain loyal to your mission without emotional reward, you become something rare. You become self-governed, and a self-governed man is almost impossible to defeat. Stop begging for witnesses. The moment you need people to notice your struggle, you have already handed them power. You have made their attention your oxygen. You have turned your discipline into a performance. And once your growth becomes a performance, your enemies only need one weapon against you: silence. They ignore you and you slow down. They doubt you and you question yourself. They refuse to clap and suddenly your fire becomes weak. That is not strength. That is emotional slavery wearing the mask of ambition. Machiavelli would tell you to never place your spirit in the hands of spectators. Spectators are unstable. They cheer winners after the war is over. They praise the man who survives, not the man who is bleeding through the process. So stop expecting loyalty from people who only respect results. Build without witnesses, train without approval, sacrifice without announcement. A man becomes dangerous when his actions no longer depend on being seen. He wakes up and moves because the mission commands him. He works in the dark because he knows darkness hides transformation. He lets people misunderstand him because he knows explanation is wasted energy. He does not need them to believe. He needs them to watch what happens later. Comment this phrase, "No witnesses needed." Say it like a law, because the strongest version of you will not be born in applause. He will be born in the quiet hours when nobody texts, nobody checks on you, nobody says your name, and still you continue. That is the difference between the weak and the powerful. The weak need emotional payment before they act. The powerful act first, suffer first, endure first, and collect respect later. So stop asking, who is supporting me? Ask, who will recognize me when I become undeniable? Then keep building. Become your own commander. When the crowd disappears, your excuses become louder. That is when you must become colder than your excuses. Nobody is coming to lift your chin every morning. Nobody is assigned to drag you out of weakness. Nobody is responsible for reminding you who you said you wanted to become. That job belongs to you. This is where most men collapse, not because they lack talent, not because they lack ideas. They collapse because they cannot survive the season where nothing reflects back their effort. They work for a week and expect the universe to applaud. They suffer for a month and expect people to notice. They confuse temporary effort with transformation. Listen carefully. Power does not reward the man who tries once. Power rewards the man who keeps returning after every invisible failure. The man who studies while others sleep. The man who trains while others laugh. The man who saves money while others chase pleasure. The man who controls his mouth when insulted, controls his hunger when tempted, and controls his mind when loneliness starts whispering poison. Machiavelli knew that reputation is built after reality. First, you become the thing. Then the world names it. Weak men chase the name before becoming the substance. They want to be called disciplined while still negotiating with laziness. They want to be called dangerous while still begging for reassurance. They want respect without paying the private cost. Do not become one of them. Comment this now. I pay the private cost. Because that is the truth. Your future is expensive. It will cost comfort. It will cost old friendships. It will cost easy pleasure. It will cost the childish need to be understood. But every cost removes a chain. Every sacrifice makes you harder to manipulate. Every lonely step teaches your nervous system one brutal lesson. I do not stop because people are absent. That is how you become untouchable. Not by being emotionless, but by becoming obedient to your higher command even when emotions rebel. You may feel tired. Move. You may feel unseen. Move. You may feel forgotten. Move. Feelings are weather. Discipline is architecture. So when no one cheers, do not shrink. Build the body. Sharpen the mind. Guard the tongue. Master the hours. Stack proof in silence until your life becomes evidence. The world respects evidence. Give them no speech. Give them cold, undeniable, living, ruthless proof today. Let their doubt train you. When no one cheers, do not assume you are failing. Sometimes the world goes quiet because it is studying you. People watch silently when they are unsure whether you will rise or return to your old weakness. They remember your past. They remember your mistakes. They remember every version of you that quit. So when you start changing, they do not clap. They wait. They test your consistency with silence. Good. Let them wait. A dangerous man does not demand belief from people who only understand evidence. He uses their doubt as pressure. He lets their cold faces become weight on his back. He lets their silence sharpen his hunger. Every ignored effort becomes another brick. Every hidden sacrifice becomes another scar. Every day without encouragement becomes proof that his spirit is not rented from the crowd. This is dark psychology at its simplest. People respect what they cannot easily influence. If they can discourage you by ignoring you, they own a switch inside your mind. If they can weaken you by laughing, they control your temperature. If they can stop you by withholding approval, your ambition is still on their leash. Cut the leash. Comment this now. Their doubt trains me. You are not asking them to believe anymore. You are allowing them to misunderstand. You are allowing them to underestimate. You are allowing them to think you are finished, weak, average, replaceable, invisible. Why? Because there is power in being misread while you are still loading your weapon. Machiavelli understood the advantage of controlled perception. Never show all your strength while you are building it. Never announce the full plan while your foundation is still wet. Never waste your breath defending the version of yourself that tomorrow will destroy. Let them keep their old image of you. It makes your rise more violent when reality corrects them. The crowd loves final chapters. It has no patience for construction. It wants the crown, not the wounds. It wants the victory, not the nights you fought yourself. That is why you must stop treating silence as rejection. Silence is space. Space to train, space to think, space to remove weakness without interference, space to become unrecognizable before they realize you were serious. When nobody cheers, your mind will search for a reason to stop. It will say, maybe they are right. Answer with work. It will say, maybe I am not enough. Answer with discipline. It will say, maybe no one cares. Answer with progress. Do not argue with doubt. Outgrow it. Every silent day is a private battlefield. Win there, and public victory becomes only a matter of time, because the man who can stay strong without applause becomes impossible to starve emotionally. And once you cannot be starved, you cannot be ruled. You become a storm that learned patience. You become a blade that sharpened itself in the dark. You become proof that neglect can create kings without permission now. Master the lonely season. There will be a season where your phone gets quiet, your name is not mentioned, your effort is not praised, and your pain is not understood. Do not fear that season. That is the chamber where power is forged. The lonely season removes the actors from your life. It separates supporters from spectators. It shows you who loved your comfort but feared your growth. Most people hate loneliness because it exposes them. Without noise, they meet themselves. Without distraction, they hear the weakness they have been hiding. Without applause, they realize they were not disciplined. They were addicted to being seen. But you must use loneliness differently. You must treat it like a private kingdom. In that kingdom, no one interrupts your construction. Machiavelli's path is not warm. It is strategic. It teaches you that a man who cannot stand alone will always be forced to kneel with the crowd. If you need company to remain strong, then isolation becomes your enemy. If you need praise to keep going, then silence becomes your prison. But if you learn to stand alone, loneliness becomes a throne. Comment this now. Alone, but not weak. Let those words enter your nervous system. Alone does not mean abandoned. Alone means uncorrupted. Alone means focused. Alone means the world has no easy access to your energy. When you are alone, you can sharpen your mind without explaining your edge. You can rebuild your habits without entertaining old patterns. You can become disciplined without negotiating with people who benefit from your weakness. This is why your lonely season must be protected. Do not fill it with shallow conversations just to feel wanted. Do not run back to toxic people because growth feels quiet. Do not lower your standards because the room feels empty. The empty room is not punishment, it is preparation. Kings are not crowned in crowds first. They are formed in rooms where nobody sees the war. The weak man sees loneliness and says, "No one cares about me." The powerful man sees loneliness and says, "No one can distract me now." Same silence, different mind, same absence, different weapon. That is the difference between emotional hunger and strategic solitude. You must become ruthless with your attention. Every message does not deserve an answer. Every opinion does not deserve space. Every person from your past does not deserve access to your becoming. When you are rebuilding, protect the blueprint. People who did not help you carry the stone should not be allowed to redesign the palace. And never forget this: some people only return when your loneliness starts producing results. They will not cheer during the discipline. They will appear when the discipline becomes visible. They will call it luck. They will call it ego. They will say, "You changed." Good. Let them say it. Change is exactly what you came here to do. So stay strong when nobody checks on you. Stay sharp when nobody understands you. Stay loyal to the mission when the nights feel heavy. Loneliness is not killing you. It is killing the part of you that needed permission. When that part dies, a colder, wiser, more dangerous version of you begins to breathe. And that version does not beg for company. It chooses its circle like a king chooses his generals. So do not curse the empty season. Use it. Let every quiet hour train your eyes, harden your choices, and teach your heart that real power is not found in being surrounded. It is found in being complete, alone, and self-commanded forever. Turn neglect into control. When no one cheers, your first temptation will be to prove them wrong. You will want to post, explain, complain, expose your pain, and make the world feel guilty. Do not do it. That is the weak response. A dangerous man does not beg the crowd to witness his hunger. He turns neglect into control. Control begins when you stop reacting to the absence of applause. Their silence is information. It tells you who cannot see your vision. It tells you who only respects results. It tells you who enjoys you better when you are small. Use that information, but never let it poison your mission. Machiavelli would tell you to study people by what they withhold. Many will not attack you directly. They will simply refuse support, then watch if you collapse. They will starve you of encouragement, then wait for your insecurity to speak. They will give energy to everyone except you, then act innocent when you notice. Sometimes envy, sometimes indifference. But your response must stay the same. Calm control. Comment this phrase: "Neglect makes me sharper." Let it become your law. Neglect should not make you bitter. Bitterness wastes energy. Neglect should make you precise. It should teach you to stop expecting water from dry wells. It should teach you to stop carrying emotional debts people never agreed to pay. It should teach you to stop building your self-worth on borrowed attention. The more you need cheering, the easier you are to manipulate. A little praise will pull you forward. A little silence will push you back. A little criticism will make you bleed. That is not freedom. That is a leash made of emotion. Break it by becoming disciplined enough to move without reward. Your mission must be stronger than your mood. Your standards must be louder than their silence. Your future must become more important than being understood today. When you feel ignored, do not chase noise. Check your habits, check your calendar, check your body, check your mind. Ask yourself one brutal question: am I becoming harder to defeat, or am I becoming addicted to sympathy? Sympathy feels warm, but it can soften you. Some people want comfort more than change. They would rather be understood in weakness than abandoned on the climb toward strength. Do not confuse emotional soothing with loyalty. The person who pities you may still keep you weak. The person who challenges you may be the one who truly respects your potential. A man on Machiavelli's path learns to read support differently. Support is not always clapping. Sometimes support is pressure. Sometimes support is being left alone long enough to meet your own backbone. Sometimes support is losing the crowd before the crowd can corrupt your direction. Every throne has a lonely staircase, so climb. Climb without announcing every step. Climb without asking who is watching. Climb while they misunderstand your silence as failure. Climb while they mistake your isolation for defeat. Climb until your character becomes heavier than their opinions. The strongest men are not created by constant encouragement. They are created by conditions that force them to command themselves. No one cheers, so they create rhythm. No one supports, so they create structure. No one believes, so they create evidence. No one opens doors, so they become the kind of force that doors cannot ignore. That is control. Control is not pretending you do not feel pain. Control is feeling the pain and refusing to hand it the steering wheel. Control is hearing silence and still choosing movement. Control is watching others get praised for less while you keep paying the private price for more. Control is not needing justice today because you are building dominance tomorrow. Never punish yourself because others failed to recognize you. Recognition is late. Power is early. Respect arrives after the result, but you must arrive before all of it. So stay cold. Stay patient. Stay loyal to the unseen work. Let neglect harden your focus, not your heart. Let silence train your discipline, not your bitterness. And when your rise speaks, do not explain the years they ignored. Just look forward and keep climbing. Results become your voice. There comes a point where explaining yourself becomes disrespectful to your own future. You have already spoken enough. You have told people what you wanted. You have shown them the vision in pieces. You have tried to make them understand why you are changing, why you are distant, why you are focused, why you no longer laugh at the same distractions. And still, many did not hear you. Good. Stop talking. Machiavelli would never waste power defending a plan to people who benefit from your delay. He would tell you to conserve your force. Words leak energy. Arguments reveal strategy. Complaints invite judgment. But results cannot be debated for long. When your body changes, they see it. When your mind sharpens, they feel it. When your money grows, they notice it. When your presence becomes heavier, their silence turns into attention. That is why you must let results become your voice. When no one cheers for you, do not become louder. Become more effective. Do not chase recognition. Build evidence. Do not beg people to respect the seed. Protect it until it becomes a tree that blocks their light. The world is cruel in a simple way. It ignores potential and bows to proof. So stop being offended by being ignored. You are still in construction. Concrete makes no sound while it hardens. Comment this now. My results will speak. Say it with discipline, not emotion. Because emotions fade, discipline repeats. Every day you choose the uncomfortable action, you are writing a sentence the world will be forced to read later. Every workout, every saved dollar, every hour of study, every controlled reaction, every deleted distraction, every silent sacrifice is a word in that language. One day your life will speak so clearly that no explanation will be needed. But until then, be patient with obscurity. Obscurity protects the builder. While they overlook you, you have freedom. Freedom to fail privately. Freedom to improve without public pressure. Freedom to test yourself without 1,000 weak opinions touching your mind. Many people want attention too early, then attention destroys them. They are watched before they are ready, praised before they are stable, criticized before they are strong. Do not envy them. Being unseen is an advantage if you use it correctly. Move like a strategist. Do not reveal every struggle. Do not display every wound. Do not broadcast every plan. Do not make your pain a public event. Some people are not listening to support you. They are listening to measure where to strike. Dark psychology teaches this clearly. Access creates influence. The more people know about your insecurity, the more weapons they can shape from it. So speak less, reveal less, build more. Let them wonder. Let them assume you stopped. Let them believe you are ordinary. A calm man with hidden discipline is more dangerous than a loud man with visible ambition. Loud ambition invites resistance. Quiet ambition gathers force. While others perform confidence, you develop competence. While others ask for validation, you collect proof. While others talk about the life they want, you make the old version of yourself disappear. That is the real revenge. Not insulting them, not exposing them, not begging them to regret doubting you. The real revenge is becoming so solid that their opinion loses all economic value in your mind. You no longer spend attention on their approval because your results pay you in self-respect. And self-respect is a private empire. When you respect yourself, applause becomes decoration, not oxygen. Support becomes pleasant, not necessary. Criticism becomes data, not injury. Silence becomes neutral, not painful. This is the inner throne. This is where your emotions stop ruling the kingdom. This is where you become a man whose direction cannot be purchased by praise or destroyed by neglect. So today, stop making announcements. Start making proof. Stop asking who believes in you. Start behaving like belief is your responsibility. Stop needing the crowd to validate your pain. Let the pain forge your standard. Let the standard guide your routine. Let the routine create your result. Let the result speak with a voice stronger than your mouth ever could. And when they finally cheer, do not become drunk on it. Applause is temporary. Power must remain permanent. The same people who clap today may doubt tomorrow. The same crowd that praises you may disappear when the next shiny thing appears. Never build your identity on noise. Build it on proof. Build it on control. Build it on the private promise you refuse to betray. Because when your results become your voice, the world can ignore you for a season, but it cannot ignore you forever. And by the time they notice, you will no longer need their cheering. Make discipline your witness. When no one is cheering for you, discipline must become the witness. Not your friends, not your family, not the crowd, not the people who only appear when victory smells close. Discipline sees everything. It sees the morning you wanted to stay weak but stood up anyway. It sees the night you were tired but kept working. It sees the insult you swallowed because silence served your future better than rage. It sees the temptation you rejected when nobody would have known. That is the witness that matters. Most men perform strength where cameras can find them and betray themselves where no one can see. They look disciplined in public, then negotiate with weakness in private. They speak about ambition, then feed the exact habits that destroy ambition. They want the image of power without the burden of power. But you cannot deceive discipline. Discipline has no emotions. It does not care about your sad story. It does not clap because you tried. It records what you repeat. Machiavelli's path is ruthless because it forces you to understand this. Your private patterns are building your public fate. Every secret compromise is a vote for the weaker man. Every hidden victory is a vote for the dangerous man. You are not becoming what you claim. You are becoming what you consistently obey. Comment this now. Discipline sees me. Let that phrase cut through your excuses. When nobody praises you, discipline sees you. When nobody checks on you, discipline sees you. When nobody understands how heavy the season feels, discipline sees you. And one day, the results will reveal what discipline witnessed in silence. This is why you must stop needing emotional rewards for correct behavior. Do the right thing because it is the right command. Train because your body is your armor. Study because your mind is your weapon. Save because freedom has a price. Walk away because peace is more valuable than cheap attention. Hold your tongue because not every battle deserves your blood. The weak man needs a crowd to keep him consistent. The strong man needs only a standard. Your standard must become colder than your mood. Moods are unreliable. They rise, fall, lie, exaggerate, and disappear. A mood will tell you to quit because today feels heavy. A standard will tell you to move because tomorrow depends on it. A mood wants relief. A standard wants respect. A mood asks, "Do I feel like it?" A standard says, "This is who I am." That is how identity is forged, not through motivation, through repetition. Through obeying the command when the heart is tired and the room is empty. When no one cheers, your routine becomes your kingdom. Guard it. Protect your morning. Protect your focus. Protect your body. Protect your mind from low voices, lazy friends, cheap pleasure, and emotional chaos. The world will not always attack you with obvious enemies. Sometimes it attacks you with comfort. Sometimes it kills your ambition with softness. Sometimes it turns you into a spectator of your own decline. Do not let that happen. A man who lacks discipline becomes available to manipulation. Offer him pleasure and he folds. Offer him praise and he follows. Offer him comfort and he forgets his mission. But a disciplined man is difficult to buy. He has already told himself no. He has already survived hunger, boredom, silence, rejection, fatigue, and doubt. His mind is trained to obey purpose, not impulse. That is cold power. So when the applause is absent, return to the system, return to the workout, return to the page, return to the craft, return to the plan, return to the promise you made when life hurt enough to wake you up. Do not wait to feel powerful. Power is not a feeling. Power is a record of kept promises. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build inner authority. Every time you break one, you weaken the throne. This is why small actions matter. The world may not see them, but your nervous system does. Your mind is always learning whether your word is law or noise. Make your word law. Become the man who does not need cheering because his own discipline testifies for him. Become the man who can stand in silence and still know he is winning because his habits are aligned, his standards are sharp, and his direction is clean. That is the secret applause of kings, not noise from strangers, but quiet proof inside your bones that you did not abandon yourself today when it mattered most. And when the crowd finally asks how you became so strong, do not give them a dramatic story. Tell them the truth. I kept my promises when nobody was watching.